Yeah, good morning, friends. Welcome to goonlinetrainings.com. Yeah, tell me, what
Sir,
is that?
from Monday onwards, I mean for us, July 3rd batch, we'll be having two classes, sir. One as usual, 8 o'clock Power BI and again 9:30 Data Warehouse. Is
Yeah,
it
that
fixed?
I'll confirm it. Yes, that will be there. Yeah, I'll inform you. Don't worry. Yeah.
Okay, then, okay.
Okay, guys. So we are talking about visualizations, right? So we had seen some basic data visualizations like card and other stuff, and we had also seen filtering the data using slicer. Visualizing categorical data, we had used pie chart and donut chart. Today, let us understand how to use tree map and bar chart and column charts. So this is the agenda for today's class. So let us understand one by one. Tree map visualization to show medium level categorical data or values. We're going to be using tree map. Let me quickly open my Power BI desktop. Where is tree map visualization? Let us understand. Let me open Power BI desktop. So let me close this window. And I wanted to get Excel workbook using AdventureWorks retail data. Now let me use customer and product and sales. Click on load. Directly data will get loaded to Power Pivot model. So it's going to be loaded to the RAM, right? So Power Pivot model means RAM. It is not in the hard disk, which is a 10 times faster. Columnar database is going to create in the RAM, and it is compressed 1/10 of the source date, compressed to 1/10 of the source date. Okay. Now let me quickly go. Let us use the pie chart first. What are the issues with the pie chart? I'll let you know. So double click on the pie chart and go to view menu and try to use actual size. Now I wanted to go to the sales amount. So where we need to drop, we should not, drag and drop it here because we know the legends and everything. So go to the values field and drag and drop it here. And I wanted to have product name wise sales. I drag and drop product name to the legend, right? Product name to the legend. So when we show the data like this, now is it clear visualization? It is completely clumsy, clutter. It's not so easy at all. But how do I show this kind of a data? So if you wanted to show this kind of a data, pie chart or donut chart is completely bad. Pie chart or donut chart is completely bad. So either you can go in for pie or donut. So when we have small amount of data, these are good. When we have large amount of data means we cannot use anything. But if you have moderate data, medium level data, what is the meaning? Instead of a product name, I wanted to have subcategory of data. Okay. If you have subcategory of data, or if you have less amount of data, for example, I have a category name, right? If you have a small amount of data, always what is good? Always uh, your pie chart or donut chart is good. If we have moderate data, so for example, I wanted to show you have a lot of subcategories. If you wanted to show lot of subcategories data, the better go in for tree map data. The better go in for tree map data, it is going to be used to show the highest level data in the initial boxes, lower level data in a small sales data will be in the this place. Again, you need to understand three things: when to use What is the purpose of this visualization? And the next thing is that, what are the field values that we have? Field wells. Okay. What is the purpose? What are the field wells? And what are the formatting options? These three you have to know. If you wanted to have to show the medium level categorical data or values, we normally use TreeMap. TreeMap. So I wanted to enable the sales amount as well. So go to the formatting and you can have data label, enable this. So you should be able to get the data label and give the border, which is very, very simple. And you have again group details and values and tooltips. Whether it is called as a group or a legend, it doesn't matter. Okay. So how many field wells? Group is one thing. Group is one thing and details is one more thing, and values and tooltip. So these are the things that you should know when to use, group or legend doesn't matter. It is the same thing. And the details, and then you have values. If you wanted to, have a subcategory wise, then I wanted to have a region wise. Where is the region? Subcategory wise. This is subcategory. This is road bikes is subcategory. Within that, I wanted to drag and drop a region here. Okay. So within the region, east region, south region, west region, and mountain bikes. Okay. East region, south, west. It is going to be showing you proper data like this, right? So all these are very, very simple and interesting. So you should be able to understand what kind of a field wells I can use it. I can have, legendary, this is the legend, and region and sales. When you have these two, I would like to showcase sales amount data and profit data. Can I have more than one? When you have two dimensions, can I use more than one fact? This is a sale, this is a fact sales data. So now I'm able to see dimensional data means what? It is a text data, text data, text data, two dimensional text data, and this is one fact data. When you have a one fact data plus two dimensions, can I have one more fact? For example, I wanted to show also profit. Can I show this? You will not be able to have it. When you have only one dimension, when you have only one dimension, then I wanted to have profit and sales amount. Will it work? It is going to work. It is going to work. Profit and sales amount and profit for the road bikes. So when you have a single dimension, this we had seen in the pie chart as well. When you have a single dimension, you can have two facts. There is no problem at all. It is going to be showing. But when you have one more dimension, when you have one more dimension, now what will happen? So you cannot have more than one. If you drag and drop one more also, so now you're not able to drag the region here because we had two things, right? So when you had profit also here and sales amount also here, now I wanted to go and observe carefully, trying to drag and drop details. So is it getting added? It is not getting added. If you see carefully, it is not getting added. Why? Because you have two facts. When you have two facts, you cannot have more dimensions. You need to remove one and drag and drop like this. Okay, when you drag and drop, it is giving you subcategory wise, region wise values. But I wanted to have the profit also. So what normally we do? We use the tooltip, right? So you go and you get the profit or the freight amount. You have to go and get the tooltip like this. Region is east, road bike, sales amount and freight amount. Can we have one more this one here? So let me drag and drop one more. So you will have a number of factor measure values, fact values as part of tooltip. But when you have two dimensions, only one value can be given, not more than that. When you mouse over it, you should be able to understand region is east, sales, freight, profit. Region is south, sales, profit, sales amount and everything. Region is west. So this is how you should be able to understand either pie chart, a donut chart, or the tree map. So more or like we have same legend, data colors, this one, that one, a lot of things we can have it. So you should be able to easily understand, which is not very complicated. So data colors, what kind of a color you wanted to give, that you should be able to give. Road bikes, I am having this one. I wanted to change it to something else. That is your wish. So mountain bikes, it is showing in this color. I wanted to have in this color. So that is your wish. And the next touring bikes is showing I want to have this in color. So that customization you should be able to easily give. That is up to you. You can also give title and lot of other things already we discussed, right? So border you need to make it on. So this is same as your pie chart and donut chart only, but the difference is small amount of data. If you wanted to visualize, use the pie and donut, but if you have medium moderate level data, go in for a tree map. For example, I wanted to analyze, let us say, color wise. So let me go here. I wanted to simply go and remove subcategory wise, color wise, what is the product sales. Okay. Road bikes red color, road bikes black color, road bikes yellow color. So I have very small amount of unique values are available. You can use this. But when you have large amount of data, when you have large amount of data, for example, I wanted to display a product wise sales. What is a product? Product name. I wanted to drag and drop it here. Now, this is how you should be able to get it. It is very clumsy and clutter. It is very clumsy and clutter. When you have large amount of data, like for example, product names, you have n number of unique values. For example, you have 2000 products are available. Can I show all this data as part of a tree map? No. Okay. Tree map is good when you have moderate or medium level data. Pie chart is there, 5 to 10 values. Then if you have 10 to 20 values like that, you better go in for tree map. Otherwise you should not go in for a tree map. But how do I show the large amount of data? If you wanted to show large amount of data, then you need to have these two categories. One is called bar chart, the second one is called column chart. Clear? When you wanted to use large amount of data in the visualization, donut chart, this chart, that chart is not useful. So you have to go in for a bar chart and column chart. That is what is the thing that you need to visualize. So what I wanted to understand, I wanted to see product sales. I wanted to use this one. Okay. This is what is called stacked bar chart. That is what is the need for the column chart or bar chart. Clear? So people would ask you when to use what. So all these things, instead of that category wise, region wise, so a lot of things we can change it. So category wise sales and profit we can show one dimension, two facts we can have, but two dimensions, two facts we cannot have. Two dimension, one fact. Okay, so this is possible. So here we have two dimensions, right? So sorry, two dimensions and one fact is fine. Only one dimension, sorry, one dimension and two facts. Facts are also called as a measures. Okay, facts are also called as a measures. Measures facts means numerical data. Dimension means string data, customer name, product name, category name. All these are dimension data. So one dimension, two fact measures are allowed, no problem. So, but you cannot have what? You cannot have two dimensions and two facts in values. In values. So use what? Use tooltip. Use tooltip. Okay. Many facts or measures. Many facts can be placed in tooltip. There's no problem. Okay. So these are the small things that you have to understand, guys. Two dimensions and two facts in values. So what is cannot be used. So what we need to use it here. So all these things are very important points, but you may forget you have to write somewhere. So product-wise sales, tree map is cannot, tree map cannot be used when we have more number of categorical data or more number of distinct values. Use bar charts or column charts. Clear? So it's very simple to use. So how to use bar chart? When we have more number of category values, we can use bar and column chart. Scroll down and see the complete data. Product name wise sales. That is what I am trying to use. I have a stacked chart here. So I wanted to simply click on this. So this is going to be converting and you have a scroll bar. Okay. When you have a large amount of data, you should be able to have this. Now you have what are the field wells. We have a legend values small multiple, then we have a tooltips, and we have more or like same x-axis data, y-axis data, whatever you want to increase decrease data colors. If you want to change some colors, you can change it. Lot of other things we can have it. Clear? For example, this is my data, mountain bikes, mountain this one, mountain that one. So I wanted to apply some colors. I have some colors. Now I wanted to write a conditional formatting. What do you mean by conditional formatting? I wanted to I wanted to show the data in different ways. So what is that? Conditional formatting means if the sales is greater than 1 million or less than 1 million, okay, you show the, the bars in red color, green color, blue color, something like that. So if you wanted to change the colors, where we need to go? We have to go here and go to click on this, go to data colors. So next to the data color, by default, all the bars are showing in which color? Only one color. You should be able to visualize the complete data. If you have large amount of data, the better going for the stacked column chart. It is a stacked bar chart, okay? Or we can have stacked bar chart and we have clustered column chart. What is, stacked? And what is clustered will understand. What is stacked and what is a clustered also will understand. But when we wanted to show large amount of data, you have to use only first line and second line. These two lines we can have it if you want to show large amount of data. So this is what we're going to be using. What is a cluster and what is a stacked, that we're going to be understanding one by one. Now the requirement is here, if the sales is greater than 1 million, you show something else. It is less than zero, less than zero, greater than zero. So whatever you would like to have it, you can have a condition, right? So based on the condition, this, charts have to change. The bar color has to change. Clear? If that is the case, click on this, go here, data color, click on FX. When you click on FX, it is going to be opening. It is opening a formatting colors. What kind of a color you wanted to have it? So I wanted to apply some rules. What is the rule I wanted to apply? If the value is greater than, okay, greater than this number, not the percentage, and less than zero, and show me everything in red. Show me everything in red, and greater than, let us give minus values, okay, greater than this and lesser than this, something like this. So that is what is the red. The next one is, if it is 0 0 to this value, let us say 0 to, you give always a number, not the percentage, because we're going to be using sales table and I wanted to use which table I wanted to use. We were using what? Let me cancel this first. We were using sales amount here, right? So based on the sales amount, I would like to create some data colors. Let me go, click on the data color, click on FX. Now I want to use a rule, by using sales. Okay, so what kind of a column I would like to use it? I wanted to use sales amount. Okay, so I should use a sum. So it is, if you have a minus values, okay, minus 0 to minus, let me show in this. If you have something, now create one more rule. If it is 0 and to this 10,000, and make sure it is a number. Okay, now show me in yellow color. So yellow color. Okay, where it got stuck. Let me go here, go to new rules, and I wanted to go to sales table. I wanted to use sales amount. And what is that you wanted to have? Sum, average, minimum, maximum. Sum I'm going to be using, it is a number. So let me say minus 10,000 to 1,000 number. I want to have them in red, right? Click on new rule. So 0 to, let us say, some this or this value, I want to have them in yellow or something like this. If it is a greater than that, okay, so if it is a greater than this, so you can have greater than 1 lakh. Yeah, greater than 1 lakh, you give unlimited. It is lesser than this one. It is confusing. You can give number, you can give more numbers here. So when you have like this, I wanted to have something in red, blue, yellow, whatever you would like to have it. You can create something. Somewhere I missed somewhere. So where did I miss something? It is, I have always greater than and less than confusion. I don't understand what is the right and left immediately when you say it. So everybody have, right? So this is the thing. Minus 10,000 is 0, 0 to 10,000, 10,000 to 1 lakh, something like this we need to have. Let me give 10,000 or let me give 1 lakh, 1 lakh to, let me give unlimited values, okay? Greater than this and lesser than this. Let me give like this, and I can create, I do have this kind of a data. Yes, now it is changed. Have you seen this? So, depends upon your criteria, the conditional formatting can be applied. If it is 0 to 1,000, you have to show like this. If it is 1,000 to 2,000, you need to show like this. 2,000 to 3,000, you need to show like that. 3,000 to 4,000, you need to show like that. If you wanted to have like that, we can go in for a conditional formatting. You have to click on FX. If you wanted to remove this, you should be able to click on this. It is going to be removed. So click on FX. Clear? So this is what you can have it. You should be able to have lot of rules. Clear? And cancel this. If you want to remove this, you can remove it and it will come to the default bar. So conditional formatting, you should be able to apply. Right? So many times we are going to be using bar chart when we have more number of categorical data to be displayed. We can have bar and column chart, scroll down and see the complete data, and product name wise sales, product names are more, or customer wise sales. I would like to have one dimension and one fact. Stacked bar chart will work as a bar chart. Okay, so now what is a stacked bar chart, that we need to understand. Stacked means one value on top of another value is called as a stack. For example, we have one dimension and one fact. Let me go here. I wanted to show you what is a dimension here. Product name is a dimension. Okay, one dimension, and the sales amount is only one fact. So what is this? It is called as, it is called as, it is not a column chart. If you read carefully, when you mouse over it, stacked bar chart. Okay, it is actually not a bar chart. We don't have any bar chart. We have a stacked bar chart. What do you mean by stacked bar chart? If I drag and drop, if I drag and drop one more fact. So let me take profit and drag and drop it here. Now this is what is called stacked. This is one item. This is one value. This is one value, and this is one more value. This is one value. This is one more value. So this is what is called stacked. Okay. You know, one top of the another. So you have the complete list. One top of the another is called as a stacking. Clear? So we don't have a, bar chart. We have only, stacked bar chart. But if you use single dimension, single fact, and if you remove the second one, if you remove the second one, the stacked bar chart will become a normal bar chart. Okay, stacked bar chart will become a normal bar chart. So if you wanted to create a stacked bar chart, that means I wanted to visualize, I would like to visualize one more fact data. What is the tax amount that has been given, or what is the, profit amount that has been taken, what is the freight amount that has been taken. So I wanted to create a lot of items like this. Okay, so this is what is called, bar chart, but stacked bar chart. So this is what is very, very important. So that is the thing you got to understand. So what do you mean by bar chart and stacked bar chart? Clear? One dimension and one fact, stacked bar chart will convert into simply bar chart. But when we have one dimension with multiple facts, one value on top of the other value is called as a stack. So product name wise, sales and profit. When you have sales and profit and tax, blah, 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 you are going to be getting stacked bar chart. Clear? So it is very, very simple. Now I wanted to get, sometimes people say, I need to get the, grand total in the bar chart. So in the bar chart, you will not be able to get the grand total. For example, I wanted to, show you the what is the grand total here. If some requirement is available, you need to show what is the grand total of this. So do we have any option here? If you have any option that we can have it, total label is enabled, so we can have it here. But in earlier days, we don't have this option. So we had to use only column chart to enable the complete grand total. But there's a extra thing got added now. Clear? So otherwise, what you need to do, this is not there in the previous versions. It is not there in the previous versions. Total label is not available. If you wanted to get the total, only option we had was you have to convert this into this chart, and we should be able to show this. Okay, this is the option that we had. Now there is a one more label called grand total label is added, so that you can have it. Clear? Earlier days, it was impossible to add it. So okay, can we show the grand total in bar chart? Now this was the old slide. Now we can show it. So this is not the option now. Earlier days, if you go back 2019, 2020, 2018, Power BI, so where we had only column chart where you can show the grand totals and everything. Can we show, totals in bar chart? Yes. What about in column chart? Both places. Bar or column charts? The answer is yes. This is also one interview question, so be careful. So they'll ask you this kind of a simple things, not very complicated things. So that is what is the thing. Now the next one is column chart versus bar chart. When we wanted to show the negative fact values, normally we are going to be showing the data like this. I can show the same data using a column chart also. Okay, we have a clustered bar and we have a stacked bar. Okay, let us understand what is stacked. Let me go and understand what is a clustered bar. So this is what is called a clustered bar. So clustered means product name wise. Let me remove this. Let me give you a category wise. So let me go back, go and give or region wise. Let me give a region wise. So when I give region wise, it is giving you three different bars. East region, it is a profit, it is a sales amount, tax amount, profit and freight amount. South, again it is giving you sales amount, tax amount. This is what is called a clustered. What do you mean by clustered? You are going to be arranging. You are going to be arranging one value to the next to the another value. So one value is available. Next to that, you're going to be having one more value. That is what is called clustered. One value to the next to the another value. Okay. Beside, you can say ఒకరి పక్కన ఒకరు అంటాం కదా. So you can say one beside another. One beside another. When you have like this, it is going to be called as a clustered. Stacked means one top of another. One top of another. This is one next to other. So one value is there. Next to that value, you have one more value. One value to the next, you have one more value. Okay. So that is what is called clustered. One value to the next value. So that is what is called this one. So when you go back here, one value, next to that you will be able to see one more value. Next to that you will be able to see one more value. But when you change like this, it is going to one value. On top of that, you will have one more value. On top of that, you will have one more value. So this is what is called a clustered versus stacked. Clear? So if you want to show a data like region wise sales amount, tax amount, the profit and the freight, the better you go in for this. This will give you very clear clarity to the end users. If they wanted to see the complete data, that is also fine. There's no problem at all. So this is a stacked bar and this is a clustered bar. Now we have stacked column, then we have a clustered column. What is a stacked column? Stacked column means one value on top of another value. The same values we have it here. One value on top of one more value. I don't need like this. If you don't need like this, you can go in for like this. So one value next to that you have one more value. This is a profit and sales amount. This color is sales amount, tax amount, and profit and freight amount. So like that, you can go in for what kind of a data you wanted to visualize like this, or in the same format, it is a stacked and it is what is called a clustered. Clear? And it is one next to other. So this one, it is a stacked column. It is what is called. It is clustered. Clustered means one next to the another one. Okay, so that is what is that. And we have one more thing: 100% stacked bar chart and 100% stacked column chart. Okay, for example, I wanted to go and click on this. Clear? So if it is, let me remove everything. Let me drag and drop some sales amount. Let me drag and drop some sales amount here. Okay. So if this is 100%, now I wanted to have what is the profit in this? Profit is a 29% and this is a 78%. Okay. So I wanted to have like this. Clear? I wanted to have tax amount. Tax amount is this much. So you can have multiple figures like this. You can have it. So I should be able to go and drag and drop dimension values. I would like to have drag and drop region. It is 100% of sales amount inside this. So region, okay, this is region. Guys, okay, I wanted to have, let us say, category wise color wise. Okay. Now I wanted to have the sales amount category wise. Okay. When you see what is the black color sales, it is a 35%. If the bike sales is 100%. Okay. If the bike sales is 100%, this is completely 100%. Okay. If it is completely 100% and I wanted to know what is the percentage of this color, when you compare with the percentages. So 30% is black color, blue color is something. So the blue color value is not shown because it is not able to accommodate the value here. You need to decrease the size of the uh, that font. So then it can show you. So when you mouse over it, it can show you what is the value. Clear? So if it is completely 100% is the bike, and what is the ratio of the bikes, or what is the ratio of the black color items, red color items, this item, that item, I wanted to showcase like that. Okay, so this is what is called 100% bar chart, 100% column chart. Let me go and click on this. When you click on this, it is going to be showing 100% column chart and 100% bar chart. Okay. So bikes, when you go, black color items 30%, blue color items it is 7.66, 27% is multicolor. So color is red, I think here. Red. Color is silver, color is this one. So you have 100%, stacked bar chart, you have 100% this chart. Okay. So we'll discuss all these things in tomorrow's class. So these are very, very important, and you can have them, and you can have line and chart, stacked charts also available. You want to have the line. Okay. Where is this? Yeah. So when to use these lines and what is the purpose of these lines already we discussed. If you wanted to understand time, sense data, for example, I wanted to know year-wise sales, whether is it dropping or, going good, it is not going good. If you wanted to have time series data, if you wanted to have it, for example, I wanted to know year-wise sales. I have the sales amount here. I wanted to know order date wise. Then if you go to hierarchy, we should be able to get year numbers. Okay. So year on year, how the sales is, happening. If you wanted to see the growth of year by year, so you can say 2005 to 2006, good growth. After that, 2007, very nice growth. After that, it is completely neutral. It is not growing. If you wanted to see the growth rate level data, especially the time series of data, year by year, month by month, quarter by quarter, like that. If you wanted to analyze time series of data, so this is very, very good line chart. Okay. Lot of other charts are there, so that we can discuss one by one. Clear, guys? So how to apply column chart, how to apply bar chart. And when you have large amount of data, especially when we have large amount of data, we can display the data in which level, either column or bar. You can have stacked or clustered. You have stacked or clustered, we can use it. Now, if you wanted to get a grand total also, you should be able to get the grand totals. And when to use what, it is very, very important. If you wanted to have the grand total, there's a total label is available for the column and bar charts that you can use it. Okay. Can we show grand total in bar and column? The answer is yes. No, there's no problem at all. Column chart, chart versus bar. One more question people may ask you. When we wanted to show negative fact values data, column chart is always good. For example, I have some data like this. I don't have data, but if you have some data, pen is the sales is 1,000. The profit is, let us say, we got minus 100. Okay. So we have pencil, right? So this is sales amount. This is sales. Let me say this is a profit. So this is the product name. Product name and sales and profit. And here I got 120 profit. I have a product called Lux soap and the sales is 3000 or 3440, something like this. Or we can say some values. The profit is, let us say, 400 is the profit. Like that, I have rinse soaps. The profit is, the sales is this much. The profit is 90, right? I have some, box. So the sales is 3500. There is no profit here. I have phone. Phones. The sales is $4,500. I don't have any sales. Something like this. I have this data. I wanted to show this product sales data. Let me have this kind of a data. I would like to save this file. So as part of my prod sales. Okay. Now, if I wanted to use minus values I have here, and you may have one more, let us say laptops. I got this much of a sales and I got $40 or $40 million is the minus. And this is the in millions, it may be in millions, something like this. I have some sales, right? So how to showcase this? Let me go back and I wanted to quickly take one chart. So there is an interview question. What is the interview question? When should I use a column chart? When should I use a bar chart? Column chart you need to show when we wanted to show negative fact values. Clear? So that is what is the point. Now I wanted to take a bar chart here. So let me drag and drop and now you go to view and actual size. Let me go to home and get the data first. Excel workbook, prod sales. Prod sales data I wanted to load. Okay. Now what we do, where is the prod sales? Prod sales is here. Product name is here. And I wanted to have the profit. So drag and drop the profit here. If you see carefully, you're able to see a positive numbers this side. So this is what is called a positive number, right? And this is the line. This is the line. Negative numbers this side. Have you seen this? Laptop and pen, we don't have a positive number, so it is a negative number. So if you wanted to show like this, in a bar chart may not be very, very good. So you are able to understand, but instead of showing like this, instead of showing in the bar chart, you better go in for the column chart. Okay, instead of going like this, you can go in for the column chart. When we have this, so you should be able to understand if some values are coming down. Coming down means you can easily understand this is in negative, this is in positive. Clear? So this is what is called x-axis and the y-axis. So people can easily understand this one rather than showing it this side and showing it this side. Clear? If you wanted to showcase minus values, if you wanted to showcase minus values, so always which chart is better visualization wise, both of them are going to show. But showing to the left and showing to the right, people may not understand properly. But showing it to the down, bottom, and showing to the top, people may understand. So column chart is always good. Column chart is always good when we have negative values to showcase. Okay. Bar chart is going to show this side, but people may not understand what is left and right. People can understand the top and bottom very, very easily. So visualization wise, that is what is the important thing. Clear, guys? So people may ask you this kind of a question. So when to use column chart and when to use bar chart. Now you have a lot of items are available here. So transparency, plot area, data label. Let me make it on. This is the data. It is 0 0 profit here. Okay, this is 40 and 100. Data colors, you can have it. Lot of things are available. Plot area, I think this is background area. Let me go, and you can add also image. Plot means the background image. I wanted to go to pictures, and I would like to have one picture like this. Okay, so you can have a picture behind the screen, and you can say transparency. So transparency, it is a darker, it is a lighter. Okay, so that is what is called a plot area means. Behind the chart, you can have some diagrams and everything. So this is the r.jpg. You can have beautiful diagrams, you can have it. So that is what is called a plotting area. So some things you can explore easily. Some things you can explore if you wanted to have background title, right? So data label, data color, lot of things are available. Zoom slicer, make it on. So see, you can have like this. Zoom slicer means you can have like this. So a lot of options are available. You just, make sure it is working properly or not. Okay. So whatever you wanted to showcase, so you will be able to understand all these things. Zoom slicer. So a lot of things are available so that you need to just go there and look for the properties. Clear, guys? This is what is called when should I choose column chart, when should I choose bar chart. So both of them are going to show negative values, but especially column charts are good. So when you wanted to show the negative and positive values. Am I clear? So it's important, guys. So subcategory wise or product wise profits I had shown, right? Product wise, prod, product name wise profits. Okay, so that is what I wanted to show. I have taken a use, what is that, new prod sales dot xlsx. Okay, you have to write so that you will not forget while you're doing the demos and everything. Clear? So conditional formatting we understood, stacked and clustered we understood, and 100% column and bar charts also we understood. Category wise, region wise sales, category wise, year wise sales. So I wanted to know category wise, year wise sales. So in which year and what is the sales? Clear? You can go in for 100% stack. So you can go simply, region wise. Region wise, year wise. What is the year? Year wise. And what is the sales amount or a tax amount, whatever you wanted to have it. You should be able to get something like this. Each year, 2005, 6, 7 year, what is the sales? So all these things you can easily understand. So practice more, and tomorrow we'll see some more charts and everything. Okay. So when to use pie chart, when to use donut, when to use a tree map, when to use stacked bar and a clustered bar, stacked column, clustered column. You need to understand. These are very simple. Practice them, and we'll continue tomorrow with some more features. Any questions, guys?